Morning. I think, Dan, you're on first.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'm Dan Handelman with Portland Copwatch. We have, Mr. Mayor and Council, we are deeply concerned about the JTTF report barely containing any more information than last year's threadbare version. We continue to support the ideas floated at City Council last year by members of the public and Commissioner Fritz to make a more comprehensive report. The new report is nearly a verbatim copy of last year's report with only a few exceptions, including that after stating how revealing how many cases the Bureau has helped the FBI, the JTTF investigate may compromise their investigations, and that's something that still makes no sense to us. The chief says the Bureau has worked on at least one domestic terrorism case. That's not a number. Whereas last year the chief stated the officers did not work outside the city of Portland, this year he says he assigned officers to work on one JTF investigation outside the city of Portland, but it's unclear whether he means this year is 2012 or 2013 in the context of the whole report. It's unclear whether they worked within Oregon outside of Portland or if they left the state. Explaining why the officers received secret clearance instead of top secret clearance, the report states the difference would only be if the officers needed to access FBI facilities or informant source information. The chief reports he does not need clearance above the secret level to manage the officer's work, but he doesn't say whether he might seek to obtain that level of clearance anyway. That his clearance level might be higher than the mayor and commissioners is the main reason Mayor Potter pulled out of the JTTF in 2005. The chief says he conferred on several occasions with the FBI special agent in charge and receives briefings a few times a year, but it still doesn't make sense why the number of meetings should be classified information. Last year's link to the standard operating procedure for the JTTF, when you follow it online, now goes to a generic page for the Police Bureau, so it's not clear whether that standard operating procedure has been taken out of the public domain. Last year we wrote a letter outlining the deficiencies in the reports. We asked for more detailed information, particularly how many hours officers were working given the tight city budget and exactly how many cases were involved. The new report does not adequately address any of the concerns raised in that letter. The most concerning one is that the term criminal nexus is still not defined, and we believe the FBI will invoke the need for Portland police at a lower threshold than would be appropriate under Oregon law. There are several requirements in the resolution for the commissioner in charge, but the commissioner has not issued his own report this year, so we don't know, other than a few mentions by the chief, whether the commissioner fulfilled all his duties under the agreement. Also, the resolution requires the city attorney to check in with the Oregon Attorney General each year to be sure that Oregon law is fulfilled, but no report is required from the city attorney either. There's still no names in this report, even though we had people come up to the table and identify themselves. The names of Chief Hendricks and City Attorney Wobrel are not in the report. It doesn't make sense why those are redacted, perhaps, from this report. And just as a quick note, since my time is up, the Communications Work of America provided their written testimony, which I've given you, and the National Lawyers Guild was unable to prepare testimony due to the short amount of time the report was available. And their absence underscores the testimony from February last year, urging the resolution require the reports to be issued, from February of this year, urging the resolution require the reports to be issued at least 2 weeks before being presented to council, which you remember. Thank you.